So I'm out here at a job today in Randwick for a customer who has got NBN FTTC. Now they've had constant dropouts for like months. So they've called me out today trying to work out what's going on, and I've finally nutted it out, this one. It's a bit weird. But anyway, you can see here there's two cables, right? One of them goes nowhere. We're just going to over to here, there's nothing on that. And then the other one was going up along the top of that sill. And then you can see here, there was a join, so there's a black two pair sort of coming through that hole, and then that was sort of connected to this cable. Now, what I didn't notice, in there was an old lead leading cable, like 100-year-old leading cable. When I put my tone on at that socket there, the weird thing was, so it took a while to work it out, I was getting a tone on this cable. I was getting no tone on the black 10 pair here. And it was sort of working when I got here, and it was dropping out again, so I knew it was sort of connecting to the DPU. But anyway, that cable sort of comes around here, and then what I found was an old lead leading cable. Right, so that was sort of shoved in this hole here, and it had some sort of join in there. So yeah, so I'm just going to cut all the old. They had all, obviously that black leading cable was just going back. It was doing nothing, and then the one going inside, it had that other one going off doing nothing. So it was a short on that. Someone had done a dodgy join in there. But now I'm just going to connect all this up right and just have this direct leading cable. But I'm making this video because this cable's so old. Not exactly sure how good this is going to work. You know, they do tend to work okay, but it's fibre to the curb, so realistically they should have a brand new cable, not a 100-year-old cable, you know, because this, my friend, is lead, right? And you can see here, so that's a socket, and that's the one that was running down, but you can see there's also a dodgy join here. They've just put some tape around. Now when I tested that, I was getting like a short circuit on that. Well, not a full short, but there's definitely insulation resistance issues on it. Right, so that's probably part of the reason why I was dropping out. So now I'll connect everything back up. We'll plug everything back in and see if it all comes good, and then we'll do a speed test. Alrighty, so I've done my join here now. So what I did is I cut the old leading cable that was going back off to that dodgy looking MDF, and I've joined this piece going through the wall here, right, with the old lead leading cable. Now these things are so brittle, so I'd like to ask the question, with the go NBN, why the hell would you put brand new technology on a 100-year-old piece of cable like that? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. You know, you think you'd either run in, you know, use the copper ones that got in there, the black 2 pair, and the 10 pair, or run in a whole new one, you know? Just it's pretty silly. Anyway, that's my bitch, but yeah, I'll get all this finished up and we'll see how we go. I very gently put some tape around the end of that, and then I've pushed it back in here to try and keep it protected from the weather. Okay, because that's all we're going to be able to do with this, you know, with this leading cable. There's not much you can do with them. You don't want to touch them really, because they're so delicate. So now we've got the black 2 pair, the one that I had joined to the lead cable, and now I'm going to connect that. These scotchies to this, because this was just twisted together, and I just had, you know, that stuck over the top of the copper. So I'll put proper connectors on it, and then push that back in the hole, and then we'll remove the other cables at the socket, so there's only the single cable, this one, connected to the socket, and then we'll test it all. Okie dokie, so got them connected up, and now it's all working. Don't seem to be any dropouts. Battery's running right. Yep, it's all good, so that's working. Right, so it's just a temporary thing there, so I'll put it into the socket now and get that all connected up, and then plug them back in, make sure their device comes on. Happy days. Alright, so now you can see the lights have come back on to the NBN FTTC connection device. So that is now complete. And you can see there the socket has been remounted.